Welcome back to Budgets by Taraya. Now that we've gone through what you needed to gather and how to fill out 1 month worth of expenses, we're going to go through how to copy this for the rest of the year. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So to copy and paste to the remaining months, you're going to highlight the entire expenses section covering all the columns and rows. You're going to right click and you can hit copy. You can also hit Control C. Then you're going to go to each following month in that section and you just highlight the expenses line, right click and hit paste. For your income, you're going to do the exact same thing where you highlight the income, right click to hit copy, right click to hit paste on the following months. Your quarterly debts, as we discussed before, should have a zero payment. Once you've got each month copied over for the rest of the year, then we're going to go back through and ensure that the payment is accounted for in the month that it will be paid. So let's go ahead and look at doing this live. As I was explaining, in order to copy all of your expenses, I'm highlighting expenses here. I'm dragging all the way down to make sure I have all categories highlighted. And I'm just gonna right click and hit copy. Those little lines moving tell me that this whole section is now copied, and it's very simple. I'm gonna go to February, right click and hit paste. You just wanna do this first paste option here. We're gonna paste it there. We're gonna go to March, right click, paste it there, and you're going to scroll through the entire year, highlighting expenses, right click and paste. To do the income, it's very simple, same thing. We're just going to come down here to the income. You can find it on line 93 of your Excel sheet. We're going to highlight both sections, the income name as well as the income. Same thing, we're going to right click and hit copy, and you're going to go through the entire sheet and Control V to paste it all the way through. All right, so now we're going to track the funds to transfer into each account. The amount that's going to be needed from each different account for that month's bills is going to be shown in the bank balance section. This section here that again was started on line 80. The goal is to get at least 1 month ahead. So that means that in January, you'd be transferring all the funds needed for February's bills. Don't stress if that's not something you're able to do yet. This can take time to work up to. Once all the funds are transferred, you input that amount into the amount section in the bank balance. What it's going to do is it'll deduct the amount from the balance section so you can continue to track the additional funds that are needed until this balance area shows zero. Another thing to note is sometimes you'll have rollover funds from the previous month. What you can do is you just put that amount into this amount section here. You can see very clearly at the end of the month if there's extra money in that bill account. Of course, keeping in mind your quarterly bills, things like utilities that are paid every other month. So you've got to do a little bit of math and keeping an eye on that. But the goal is to build up extra money in there to have a little bit of buffer for savings. And then if there are months where you need it, that's just fine. You just put in this amount here and you're able to not have to transfer that additional funds to get that balance down to zero. To build up your savings, a great way to do that is say a bill is $18.35, put $20 instead. It's small, but rounding up to something manageable will build over time. You want to be sure to track if there is excess due to bills being split up over multiple months, though, so that you're not spending money that was otherwise allocated. And let's go ahead and look at the Budgets by Taraya tool so I can show you in real time how this works. So right here, we're in that bank balance section. I know that for the bills, I want $4,535 to be in that account. Let's say I'm going to transfer over $2,000 on this payday to get those bills paid. You can see that the balance here decreased by the $2,000. The other thing that we talked about is say I'm a little bit tight and I want to use some of those rollover funds. I've built my way up to $500 that is not allocated for other bills and I want to use that. So here I'm just going to put in 500. And now I know that as I'm getting paid in, hopefully in December for these January bills, that I need to get an additional $4,035. So that's it on how to copy and paste your 1 month through the rest of the year. Please stay tuned. We're going to go through more in depth on how to use the Budgets by Taraya tools in the next videos and how to continue tracking your spending. Also, please continue to reach out if you have any questions on this tool, general budgeting questions, general real estate questions, financing questions. My team is available. We're here to help. We're looking forward to assisting you. You can reach us by phone, text, email. We're looking forward to assisting you and join us for the next video.